Welcome to The Truth, episode 76, baby. Preseason game this Thursday. Eagles got a new player on the roster, maybe CB2. Is Cooper DeJean changing positions? We're going to talk about all that and much more. Let's go. But first off, let's hear what our boy A.J. Brown talk about this new season.
How does it feel now, like kind of settling in and getting hungry, trying to go get number 2?
You know, the process is still the same. You know, I think I am very blessed and fortunate to achieve and to win the Super Bowl as a team. But, you know, the process of the daily grind stays the same. And so once you kind of look at it through that lens, you just got to go back to work. All that stuff is over with, you know. I like to say, the Lombardi, she's not loyal. She's not loyal. So we got to go. We got to do what we got to do it again. Try to win her over again.
What's going on, everybody, man? And welcome to the very, 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 very first episode of The Truth, where not all Eagle fans agree on everything. And this is definitely the spot where this shit about to go down.
Gotta stay locked in Goggins. Gotta ball out like Robin. Straight to the top, I'm all in. Ordinary's like a toxin. I don't wanna be like Robin. I just wanna lead, no watching. Fuck caution, I ain't gonna be common. I got the confidence, I got mine and shit like I'm the baddest bitch in the club. I'm here for dominance, I'm being honest, that's what I want. I'll never give up, I want the whole place sold out. My name in every mouth, you know I'm after this shit. Till the world say my motherfucking name. Say my name. Say my motherfucking name. Say my, you know I'm after this shit. Till the world say my motherfucking name. Say my name. Say my motherfucking name. Say my, you know I'm after this shit. Till the world say my motherfucking name.
Driven by fire, driven by fear, never get tired, no I'm still here. Fell to the cracks, now I'm shifting gears. 10 years in, my moments here. Waiting my turn, now I'm hot in demand. Slept on a kid, but I had bigger plans. Stayed low key, but I still hit drive. Give me one shot and I'm coming alive. Names on the left, second taste it. Gunning for the top, no limitations. From the basement, no hesitation. Flipping on my L's from the straight motivation. Ain't no quitter, I'm built for the grind. Pressure makes up.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Welcome to a new episode of The Truth. I'm your host, BG31 in the building. I got my boy JC, and we definitely about to get y'all ready for this preseason game. How you doing today, JC?
I'm good, man. Hey, look, the season is almost upon us. Preseason game 1 is about 48 hours away. Look, I'm excited, man. Hey, we turn the chapter to 2025-2026 season. The past is in the past. Just like the Lombardi trophy ain't loyal. Guess what? Some of y'all fans ain't loyal because y'all still talking about the past. Let's move on to the future and let's go get another Lombardi.
Kevin go, boy, I tell you, black people ain't never on time. Hey, calm down with it. Calm down with it. You know what I'm saying? We ain't the only ones that never on time. Everybody be busy with life and stuff. But hey, thanks for stopping by. We got Jinx Wolf in the building. What's up, nephew? How you doing, my guy? Hope everything's good with you. We got Little Griffin in the building. He says, I'm a big Eagles fan. I'm big. What did I say?
I'm a big fan of the Eagles season. Better Eagles kick Cowboys' butt.
No, we definitely gonna kick their butt. Cincinnati in the crosshairs.
Yeah, man. Facts. Thursday preseason game is against Cincinnati.
Nice. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be definitely nice. But we're gonna get into it today. We're gonna talk a little bit about some new additions to the team. Have we found our CB2? We're gonna talk about DeJean possibly being our starting safety because I know a lot of people want him to stay at the position he was at, but the way Vic Fangio's talking, the way DeJean's talking, we're gonna get into it a little bit later when we get to that defensive side of the ball. But I think he might be our new starting safety. And then we're going to also talk about, the depth chart, the unofficial depth chart right now going into this preseason game. But first we start out, with our boy, Quinyon Mitchell being 49 on the top 100.
Describe him in a word, I'll give you two. I'm gonna say silent assassin. He's a quieter guy. He likes to keep to himself. When he's on the field, it's like a whole different him comes out.
$49 on top of 100. I'm not gonna play it all. You guys can check that out. I'm not getting copyrighted on that one, but I'm not gonna play it all. But let's hear what his coach has to talk about it, and let's hear what our boy Big Vangel had to talk about it too as well. Let's start with Big.
More Cooper at safety. Have you gotten more to evaluate him there?
Yeah, and just like I thought, he.
Oh, that was the wrong one. My bad, guys. Let's go to this coach.
What do you see? This, that would suggest that he has that capability.
I've been around a lot of,
I'm talking about,
Yeah, I've been around a lot of really good ones, and I think that it starts with just how they're built, and he's built the right way. He has a natural confidence in himself. He doesn't get rattled. He's always trying to work. So there's very little idle time during practice. When it's special teams, we're working. When the offense is on the field during the scout team period, we're working. Pre-practice, we're working. Post-practice, we're working. He's in the building early. He stays late. He's always about ball. He's always trying to find guys that he wants to watch around the league to see what elements in his game he can add. He just has a huge appetite for development and improving himself. And he's very accountable to himself. So he knows that the load that we need him to carry from here on and what we put on him last year, and he has the mental stability.
You didn't mention one thing on the field. You mentioned the mental part. Which
that translates.
Yeah.
That translates. Because when you have the mental part, when you have the physical traits that he has, the technique, that's part of it. So, when we're working on technique constantly, our foot placement, how we play the ball in the air, that stuff translates to what happens when it's full speed. And when you can be so detailed, and that's something we're huge on here, is the small details. We don't just roll the ball out there and play. So in terms of him improving on those small things, whether it might be a 6-inch step is too far, or his balance, his weight on his low shoulder is getting too high so he can't break negative. Like seeing those things on film, working on them in controlled environments, that directly translates to what happens on the field.
Hey, he a dog. And that's kind of, I'm glad he came out, Parker came out and said it, because it was kind of like going over what I said about Ringo before. It's like some things, it's just, they got that dog in them. You see DeJean got that dog. He's a silent assassin too. He got that dog in him at the position. The mentality at the position of knowing that they're the best. And definitely Quinn, y'all, he started out game one barking at people. Shutting people down all year long last year. He didn't get the picks, but he definitely locked people down. It was Guantanamo Bay all over, all year long. So that was one of the biggest things. Reason I was like, when we talked about Ringo last week or the week before, I was like, I just don't see that dog in him like that. Like, Q's a straight dog. I'm saying? Like, he's going to be, to be 49 out of a top 100 players in the whole NFL as a rookie, man, that's ridiculous to me. That's like, I can't even recall. Was there ever another top 100 that was a rookie that was 49?
Possibly. Not on our team, but possibly Michael.
Sure.
After his rookie year, maybe Micah was probably higher. I'm not sure, but yeah, Q is a dog, man. He's built different, man. He's built like a true shutdown corner. Like from day one, man. Like he's always like his technique is flawless, right? And he's continued to get better and better and better. I think this upcoming season, he's already, practicing shadowing the number one. But I definitely would like to see that happen in the game, because I really think that whoever are CB2, they're going to target that DB a lot, that cornerback a lot. So we do need him, to travel sometimes. But at other times, we just need him to lock down one side of the field and just let everybody else focus on the other side. That's also a luxury to have, But definitely, man, number 49, I did not see that coming because around the league, it's always Coop, right? Like I was shocked when I was like 49. I did not think he was going to be on the list. You know what I mean? It's just because
Coop is 60. You knew they had to put Q on there.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, man.
That's crazy. He got Howie Roseman got his 2 cornerbacks he drafted last year, both in the top 60.
I know
player.
that's crazy. First year rookie, two top 100 rookies. I mean, that is an A+ for Howie Roseman.
That might not ever been done at cornerback.
No team.
You
No,
one of your cornerbacks, in the top 60, but you didn't have two cornerbacks you drafted in the same draft. Rookie cornerbacks end up on the top 160 and below. That's crazy, my God.
But see, the problem is Coop should have been a first-round draft pick, right? He should have been a first-round draft pick. He was graded as a first-round draft pick. It's just that draft, so many people was going quarterback, and they kept on falling. Like the Philadelphia Eagles, man, the gods was looking down at the Philadelphia Eagles doing that draft a couple of years ago to be able to get not one but two shut down rookie on the Philadelphia for the next 5 to 10 years, man. As long as we got the money to keep them both, because them contracts, woo! I'm just hoping to the little baby Jesus that they take hometown Jesus, hometown discounts, because when that contract comes for two of them, oh my God,
that sucks. It got to be the same year too.
Same year. Well, I mean, you know what? Hey, how you can do one year, one next year, right?
Yeah.
Hey, just say, hey, look, I got you next year, blah blah blah. I mean, if they are willing to work, right? With Howie Roseman, right? But for the man, I'm excited, man. The future is so bright on defense for the Philadelphia Eagles, man. I mean, there's something that came out, right, with the as far as how much our defense costs. We have the cheapest defense out of the whole NFL, like around like $66 million. Like,
and
that's not much.
Youngest defense.
Like I think like only two players over the age of 25 is on the defense, Reed Blankenship and I believe Odori Jackson.
Yeah.
Everybody else is 25 and younger. But we had the cheapest defense in the NFL, $66 million. The Pittsburgh Steelers had the most expensive defense, $176 something million. But to be able to have that cheap defense right now and have them grow together, I mean, it's a luxury though, man. But hey, everybody worrying about, okay, we going to get hit down the road. But I really think I trust in Howie Roseman. He has a plan how to take care of these guys little by little at a time. And but Q at 49, I mean, bro, like next year, all pro season, I promise you, he's going to be the best corner in the NFL next season, and he will get those picks this time. This past season, man, you saw how close he was, right? He just couldn't hang on to the ball. It's not like he wasn't getting his hands on him.
And
he hang on to the ball.
And GJ took a couple away from him.
He took one.
He took two away from him. It was two times running into him and took him. And the second time, you see Q like, what the hell, man? Like, what the hell are you doing? Let me get one. You have 6, my guy. You have 5, my guy. Let me get my one this year. But he got him in the postseason. That's where it matters at. He got 2 in the postseason, and you're already hearing them picking them off in training camp, which means he understands. He worked hard this offseason to make sure he works on his catching the football. And if you take that shutdown cornerback mentality and you add picks to it, say you get 6 picks, you're talking about first team All-Pro, my guy.
Oh yeah,
absolutely, like easily. He had the same season last year with 5, 6 picks. You talking about first team All-Pro?
I mean, he doesn't even have to get that much, right? He just have to if he get 4 picks, right, and then shutting down half of the field. I mean, you can't punish a guy for quarterbacks not throwing it to his side, right? But when he does get those opportunities, he needs to capitalize off of them, right? Nolan Smith, yes, we do have to pay Nolan Smith, but guess what? This offseason, he's going to his 4th year next year. This is his 3rd year, so I think Howie is probably going to pay him maybe next offseason, 1 year, ahead of Coop and Q. Look, the money will figure out itself.
And the farther down the road you worry about the money, the less you have to worry about it. Because every year the money bank, that money pool is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. I know contracts get bigger and bigger and bigger, but also that money pool gets bigger and bigger and bigger as well. So we got the best GM in football. Ain't nothing to worry about there.
Yeah, man. But let's talk about the new. Hey, look, let's talk about the new JB. And I'm not talking about James Bradbury. All right. Yo, I don't know how
Bradbury, baby. Is he
I
back?
don't know. Hey, look, Bradbury gave us one good year. I appreciate him. You know what I mean? I will forever be grateful to James Bradbury, the number 24. But we got a new JB, man. And you got any clips of JB, man? You got any clips?
We got a lot of clips of JB. Let's start out with
that clip of JB, man. We got to find out who's going to be opposite side of number 49 himself.
I can't quit. Jakorian Bennett, the young corner from Maryland. On my soul. Stay the same as my pain. Ride with my bros. Riding in the Maybach, let's go. 10 M's up next, let's go. He'll dread. My bro leave him dead. And from that store, on 3 different drugs try to take away my pain. But it still gon' try my heart to put a smile on top my man. But he still can't cope on the highway. I don't wanna do something, get in my way. Bump, shoot something. Rude boy, trust not got a nice rum bump, but can't pay her none. Do a hit real sick, it be cold a whole summer. I can't figure how she coming, I'ma give it to my mom. In a minute, I'ma cut a nigga knowing I'm a slime. Everything goes bad, you can trust me, still time em. Niggas say they rapping, we be shooting at the bitch. Sound of the stick going boom when it hit. Sound of the smoke real loud when it's lit. Still let it out with the crowd in the midst. Black card, mess stick, I'm eat. Don't pick that, try one trick. Right game, but she say wrong bitch. Young rich nigga, he done took the wrong fix. Overdose, can't shake back, no. Harbor free, get the jack from the stove. White shirts. And on 3rd down, looking for number 6, and Jamar Chase has it swatted away by Jakorian Bennett.
Gang time, nigga.
Hey, it ain't shit to talk about, man. Cashed out on it. I ain't had to walk it down. I got money on deck. I ain't gotta call around. I be fleeing from them bitches before I ever toss it out. You tryna turn your body to a faucet, huh? Water. Tell them labels don't come petty, I come from the block.
You can't find it again.
And this is for you Cowboy fans to think Pickens is about to do something. Check out my boy.
You can't find it again.
It's kind of thrown their whole tempo off on offense. They were feeding Devontae when they had the ball. Back shoulder, Pickens. That one is broken up. Good play on the corner. That's Jakorian Bennett. If you look at the rookie class, that's the guy who has splashed. 4th rounder out of Maryland.
He really is. And Mike, one of the things that I really like about him is he's so fast that he just plays bump and run against the best receivers in the game because he knows they can't run past him. He doesn't care how fast they are. He gets right up in their face.
Let me tell you something, man. If Jakorian Bennett could, I just want him already to win the starting position opposite side of Creon Mitchell, man.
Whoa, what happened to
Wait, only because, right, those clips you showed, right, he started 8 games for the Raiders last year, right? His highlight is more than any highlight of Ringo you're going to see 3 years with the Eagles.
Facts.
I mean, the dude is, he is such a sticky corner, right? He is such a sticky corner. He's aggressive with it, right? And with the Vic Fangio defense, that's what you need. You need corners that's physical, tough, and his catch-up speed is crazy, right? And he had more experience than Ringo because he started 8 games. Ringo only started, I believe, 4 with Philadelphia Eagles. I can't even tell you which one he started. Like, yeah, I think he started 4 or something around there, right? I mean, I can't even tell you what game he started, but he started 4. But I love the move. Once again, Howie Roseman, another August pickup. James Bradbury was in August. Chauncey Gardner was in August. And once again, the defensive players he picked up in August usually take us to the Super Bowl. James Bradbury, Chauncey, and now look, I still want Ringo to get a chance. I still want him to get a chance. But if JB get the nod, that means that Ringo is not it, because there's no way he could come in late into training camp, right, You know, well, not really late into training camp, and beat Rango out for the starting job. That says a lot. So, look, Rango is going to get every opportunity to be the starting DB. But preseason games, I guarantee you, JB is going to play some preseason games, and we're going to see, can he be, you know, a behind Rango, right? If Rango is a starting CB2, who's behind him? Is it Jackson or is it JB? If it's JB, yo, that leash is very, very short for Keely Rango.
Yeah, Q is as QCB1, JB CB2, Coop Slot, Reed, and Ringo at safety. Do you think this move? See, that's the next thing right here. You know what I'm saying? Before I get to that, actually, I got to talk about my boy, Jake. This guy has shut down some of the best receivers in the game. He had 0 touchdowns against him last year in 10 games. 0 touchdowns. We thought Q was good. This young buck is locking down Chase. I think it's a Chase didn't have very many yards against him. You know, he locked out all the people at the Raiders. Think the Raiders, you got to go against the Chiefs. You got to go against the AFC. Like, he's locked down some good receivers to not get scored on all year long, my guy. Like, I don't know why the Raiders would give him up. You know, what we had to give up to give him up. We swapped him out with Thomas. Booker. You know what I'm saying? And Booker would have been the best 4th DT on our team. Yeah. But that's 4th DT for a potential starting corner. You know what I'm saying?
The reason why the Raiders give him up, one, he didn't fit the Pete Carroll scheme, right? He wasn't big enough, and plus he's coming off a labrum injury, right? But now he's healed, right? He even said it. You know, he felt 100%. Even reporters out of the Raiders was saying that he was having a good camp, right? But he just did not fit, the Pete Carroll scheme. So hey, look, I like it. I love the fact that now he comes to a defense where he could get a shot to start an opportunity, and we don't need no big physical corners, right? Because Adoree Jackson is like 5'9", yo. That dude's small. Even though JB is 5'11", 194, but that dude is sticky, man. He plays like he's 6 foot plus. Right, the way he's bodying the guy, right? He's not afraid to get physical. As long as the refs don't throw these, phantom flags, we could have an aggressive 1-2 punch on the outside, and in the slot, the nickel with Cooper, bro, and then the front 7 getting to the quarterback. I mean, this locking teams down. Can't run. Can't throw. I mean, 3 and out, 4 and I don't care what it is. And the offense going to be on the field and eating that clock up, eating it up.
They think Ringo will make a better safety like Rod Woodson went from corner to safety. But I got to realize one thing about that whole statement. Rod Woodson was a starting corner. Yeah. He was a good starting corner.
A great one.
He got older, and they moved him back to safety. Ringo hasn't started shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't started nothing. He is not that guy. We're hoping he could be that guy, but he has not shown anything of him being that guy. Everything was promising, but you can't even separate from a veteran journeyman like Adoree Jackson. I love Adoree from USC, my guy. But Adoree, like Vic Fangio said, when a contract's up, teams let him walk. Contract's up, teams let him walk. So it's not like he's sticking to any other team. And Fangio wanted to see what he can do with this team. But Ringo has not even separated, you know what I'm saying, himself from a guy like that. You bring out a young buck like this who he's already talking about how he feels like he's an underdog. And he want to come in here and show everybody that he is that dude. You know what I'm saying? You got this guy with that mentality that he talked to you guys about. At cornerback, you're on an island one-on-one with some of the best receivers in the game. You got to have that dog mentality. You got to have I'm the best cornerback in the game type mentality when you play that position. And Ringo to be all talking about, I'm getting better. Hopefully, I can do what I got to do. I think I can do it. But that's just not it. It's not it. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that dog mentality. And I think this boy's about to bring it. And like you said, Adoree, watch out. Ringo, watch out, because I really think it's possible this guy goes in there and gets that start. We got 3 preseason games. He had 3 opportunities to show what he can do. And I think by that 3rd preseason game, it's going to be a decision. Because why else would Howie make the move, right? Give up your 4th best, defensive tackle, which we rotate defensive tackle pretty often. You know what I'm saying? To give up that guy to get this guy and bring to this team right now, when you still got guys like, remember, Eli Ricks has been moving up the charts. You know what I'm saying? Eli Ricks been having a couple of good plays, but he got to eliminate some of the bad plays, is what Fangio said. You got Ringo, you got, your boy Adore. It's like, why else would you go get a talent like this guy and bring him into the fold if you were 100% confident in Ringo or Adore?
Yeah, man. Look, hey, just like you said, man, he loved the underdog mentality, man. This was a quote last week, right? When he was talking to some reporter, right? He said, I always feel like the underdog. I always had to get out the mud, and man, there's nothing I shy away from. That's who I am, right? I mean, this dude is coming not to be a deaf piece. He's coming for somebody's job.
Yeah.
4th round pick. And look, and the weird thing is he was picked same year as Ringo, 1 pick. He was picked 102. He went to the Raiders at pick 102, and Ringo was picked 103 by the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
That means that the Philadelphia Eagles would have picked him if he was on the board, but because he went to the Raiders, a pick before, they just
You think they were going to pick him?
Huh?
You think they were going to pick him?
Yes. They always had their eyes on him out of Maryland. If he didn't get picked by the Raiders, I mean, this dude's a 4.29, 4.3 speed. If he didn't get picked up by the Raiders, 1 pick ahead of Ringo, because it's not a coincidence. It's not a coincidence that he actually 4th round, same draft, 1 pick ahead of Kelly. You know what I mean? Keeley. So, look, I'm telling you right now, he's not coming to be a deaf piece. He's coming to take somebody's job. And right now, Adoree Jackson, he brand new in the scheme, and Vic Fangio said it. Him and Keeley, there's no separation right now, right? I mean, he's begging for somebody to take the CB2 position. And I really think that's why Howie Roseman, look, I really think that Vic was like, look, Howie, give me a 3rd option, right? You know what I mean? Give me a 3rd option right here.
Give me another guy, please.
No separation, and I'll feel comfortable. So
look what he did last year versus number 1 receivers. Cortland Sutton, 1 reception for 24 yards, 3 targets. Jamar Chase, 3 receptions, 16 yards on 4 targets. Ladd McConkey, 0 receptions on 1 target. All game long, this guy was shutting stars down, my guy. Shutting them down last year. So people, we got a good one. Look at these numbers here. This is at first, and this is for among cornerbacks with 450 snaps. 0 touchdowns. First, number 1, and giving up touchdowns last year. 176 yards allowed. Number 2, 18 receptions allowed. Number 3, 7 PBUs, 62.4 QBR against him. That's 5th. 37 targets. That's 10th. And he's only 24, about to be 25.
Only 24 years old. That means that we have him for at least minimum another year. Another year minimum, because this is his 3rd year.
Yeah.
He's going into his 3rd year just like Keeley is. So if he even comes, you know what I mean? Like if he just if something happened to one, boom, he, just like man Rodgers, right? Hey, when called upon, go in there, make a play, make a name for yourself. He could really be our CB2 next season, if not this season. So, I mean, I think they're going to give Keeley every opportunity, but if some way, somehow, throughout the season, Vic Fangio say, look, you know what? He does a Cooper DeJean type of move, insert him in there. Keely, and now we're going to see the field again. Now we're going to see the field again.
What do you think about this? Because this now with this guy on the team, it's going to be bringing back to this. And I know we talked about this before. You're like, no, absolutely not. A lot of people are like, no, not absolutely not. But if you heard Cooper DeJean last interview he did, he talked about how he's feeling a lot more comfortable back there at that safety position. You know what I'm saying? He goes, listen to Big Banjo. He tells you.
More Cooper at safety. Have you gotten more to evaluate him there?
Yeah. And just like I thought, he can be a good safety. Just the other day we had a route that we struggled with last year in games to pick up, and he did it like he'd been a safety his whole life. So yeah, he'll be a good safety if we need him there.
And Cooper talked about he liked being from
college, though. He played at college.
Yeah, but he talked about too how he liked being back there at the depth. It took a couple of practices to really get it down, but he liked being. And remember, guys, CJ was a slot cornerback
nickel with the Saints
before we turned him into a ball hawking safety. Why cannot work for the safety position for us here with Cooper DeJean? Because now you got another cornerback. And if you heard Big Banjo talk about this, he likes the progress of Ringo and Adoree. He said it out loud. He goes, I like the progress of both of them. They're both playing some good football right now. And then you get this guy who's not that tall either, who's actually a really good cornerback. Do you think it's Big Banjo saying, you know what, I'm going to have to play him? I said, but Kuba hasn't really been playing like that. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't got the reps that he's needed. Like Big Banjo said, you got to be on the field to get the reps. You don't really care about the mental reps. You care about on the field reps, right? Sidney Brown's played good. He's still making strides, is what he talked about. Seen got hurt again. McCollum, is playing good football, but who the hell is McCollum for real? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not no guy that's gonna be a star safety anyway. So, do you see the exciting Whites? You know what I'm saying? Being your safety talent, and even that whole scenario right there, having two guys that are that locked in with each other to be back there playing safety together, that might make this secondary even that much better. And think about it. A starting safety probably gets paid more than a starting slot. So I'm pretty sure Coop probably like, yeah, I'll go play starting safety.
Yeah, but that's not all right. That's not the problem. The problem is this. All this safety talk with Coop. I didn't hear who the hell replacing him in the nickel. Not one peep. Who's playing the nickel for the Philadelphia?
Either Adoree or
no. Right now, no. Listen, right now, and Camp, who is substitute for him at the nickel position when he's at safety? I haven't heard one person at training camp stepping up for him while he's playing safety. Who is it? Who?
Well, because Vic talked about
I don't want to hear actually. Who did you hear as well? Safety?
Vic talked about that as well. He's only really been playing safety inside.
You're beating around the question right now. Just answer my question straight up. Who have you heard? Who have you heard, BIRDGANG, and stop avoiding the question?
Who have you
heard?
That's going to play starting slot cornerback.
Listen, man, relax. I'm asking a serious question here because the Philadelphia Eagles defense changed from a shitty one to one of the best defense in the NFL when they insert Coop at the nickel. Now he was shadowing freaking every receiver that can't hide no more. Maddox was so bad. The only time we heard Maddox's name was when a penalty was called on him, right? We didn't every time. Why is Maddox on the field? Where was Coop at? Nowhere to be found. So I'm telling you right now, if you put him at safety, you're going to have a dog to replace him at nickel. And right now, I have not heard one person in training camp that is taking the nickel snaps while Coop is at safety? Who is it?
Well, actually, they did say, what was his name? Damn it. Rich can play. I think Rich can play some nickel. But Bennett could be that nickel guy because you're missing the other side of that. The other side of that is what I told you. What happened to us 2 years ago? What happened to us 2 years ago when we lost Charlie Gardner-Johnson? Our safeties got weaker. The safety position got weaker, and that made our corners more exposed. You know, Bradbury looked like trash. Slade didn't look like himself because you need a strong safety unit.
Our pass rush wasn't the same either now, because that's what really changed. Our pass rush changed.
Our pass rush, we still had most of the same.
We was not, we was so bad to get into the quarterback. The only reason why we had so many sacks because we played the Giants. Remember? We had like 5 sacks going into the Giants game. We were horrible. We wasn't getting to the quarterback. The year that Chauncey Gardner, his first year, we went to a Super Bowl, we led the league in sacks. We was 3rd in NFL history in sacks. So the pressure was, forcing, bad throws. So after that, we was not getting the pressure. Hargrave was gone. You know what I mean? Like freaking no rotation. So we couldn't get to the quarterback. So now our DBs could not hold up as much. But our pass rush was the reason why we were so bad. Our secondary looked like trash because we wasn't getting no pressure. And then our linebackers. Who the hell was our linebackers? We actually went out and got a linebacker Byard throughout the middle of the season. That's how bad our linebackers were. So there was multiple reasons why our DBs was looking like trash. No pressure, linebacker play, none of that.
But we didn't know none of that was going to happen last year either. We were still, when we went to the season last year, our 2 major concerns were, linebacker, and if these defensive linemen
corner, both linebacker positions, and
I'm saying going into this season though, I'm saying that Coop will strengthen that back 7 so much that maybe you don't need them. Like I said, like if you got a Cooper DeJean, a Blankenship, a Q, a Ringo, or a Dory, and then you got Bennett as your slot, you're still pretty good there, my guy.
My problem is this:
you're still
Coop not only shut down that nickel position, he also helps with the tackling. You saw that tackle he did against King Henry. If he was safety, he was not going to make that tackle. He was playing nickel, so he saw it like he was close enough to make that tackle. So we're not only losing him shutting down the slot, we are losing now. It's so much we're going to lose if we move him to safety without having a capable nickel first.
Do you trust Vic Fangio? Yes or no?
Yes, I trust Vic Fangio.
Okay. If Vic is telling you this is going to be a star safety, why would you doubt it?
But he didn't say this season. He said that's why the only reason why he's at safety is doing certain packages.
He doesn't give up his hand.
Hold on. He's at safety doing certain packages. He's not at safety the whole time. Only because let me finish real quick, man. Okay. Only because they're trying to keep him on the field, just like last year, right? The only time we heard Maddox's name was when Coop was off the field and Maddox was in for some odd reason. He now, instead of taking him off the field, you could move him at safety, and now you still could keep him on the field. That's why he's only at safety doing certain packages. He didn't say he could make him a full-time safety. He said yes, he could play safety. He could see stuff. I get it. Maybe next year, but this season. Until you tell me who's our nickel, I'm not doing it.
For one, I'm not really worried about it because I think we got a couple guys. Rich can play nickel. I think this Bennett guy can play nickel. I think Adore can play nickel. He's a veteran if you need him to play nickel. I'm talking about the safeties, the last line of defense. And like you said, he has been practicing. It did start out practicing base defense, him at safety. But if you notice, those reps are picking up, right? If you notice, before he even did that, he came out and said, Cooper DeJean will be a great safety. Is what he said. He was saying, with his skill set, he would be a great. This is before he even played any or practiced any safety at all. He said his skill set will make him a great safety, right? We went from there to what you just heard right now. Like I said, he will be a good safety. It's like inevitable. Like Fangio don't talk like that about things that he's not already trying to implement. He's not gonna give away the game plan. He's not gonna let the other team know that, oh, this is gonna be our starting safety. But and in a relationship with him and Blankenship, you want safety to be like that together back there, and they definitely got that chemistry already. You know, Blankenship probably already gave him the ins and outs of safety because he's been our safety for the last like 4 years. So you want a ball hawk safety. Coop's a ball hawk.
Bro.
He is your Charlie Garner Johnson replacement.
Okay.
Right there. Makuba's not getting what we wanted. And I think if Makuba didn't get hurt and he was in camp playing good, that wouldn't even be a question right now. We would have our safety. And since the fact that, like he says, days are eliminating. We're missing days. Days are just leaving. We're running out of time before the season starts. We have to make tough decisions. We have to make decisions now. And with certain people getting hurt, obviously Sid's not doing it. Because why is Sid not the starting safety already?
He is, man.
Well, he's a starting safety.
You're not listening. Like you're just running your mouth for no reason. You blowing hot air right now. You're not listening. He's only at safety certain packages. I saw him. Look, I saw him back there with Sid. You know what I mean? I saw Coop and Sid on the field at safety when I was there at training camp, all right, last week. They both was on the field, right? I didn't see Reed. I don't know where Reed went. Maybe he slid down to nickel. My problem is I'm not going to disagree with you about him possibly being a great safety. But right now, even when Chauncey Gardner was our safety, right, that nickel position is such a big Lamb, he hides in the nickel. Jamar Chase, he goes in nickel. There's so many good receivers that play in that nickel. Right now, we have not heard a peep who's playing nickel at all. I understand it's sexy to put Coop at safety, but who is our nickel? Until you could tell me that, until Vic Fangio come out and say, hey, we've been playing this guy in nickel, because we hear Dory Jackson and Rango. We hear about Q. We hear about Coop at safety. Who is our freaking nickel? Because that position will make or break us this upcoming season. We playing a lot of team. Apuka Nakua. He played, he hides in the nickel, in the slot. We playing a lot of receivers that hides in the slot to go against a trash DB.
Safety is not just, he's not just like, because he's a safety, he's not going to play these guys. Safety's covered tight end. Safety covers slots. Safety still covered. There's a lot of other packages besides the nickel. Like maybe we only play so much nickel because he was good at the nickel cornerback, so that was our feature because that was the best secondary we could put out on the field last year. This year, if we want to move to more exotic fronts, dime defense, you know what I'm saying? Other zone defenses, 3-3s, or whatever you want to do. Maybe that will be the key, because it's not saying that Cooper won't come up and play these guys in a slot. At safety, he can do both. And that's basically all you're doing by saying, in our base defense, we're going to put him at safety, but in nickel, he's going to stay at slot. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what you're saying there, is that we want him to play both. And just because you move him to starting safety, Malcolm Jenkins, remember Malcolm Jenkins for our team? Malcolm Jenkins played the slot very well. Every year he played with us.
No, he played a tight end. He played the tight end.
Not just the tight end.
He played mostly the tight end, bro. Go look at Malcolm Jenkins tape with the Philadelphia Eagles.
He played slot receiver.
He covers the tight end a lot. He came down to cover the tight end. He did not go out and cover no wide receiver. He was down covering the tight end. That's how your safety come up. But to have your safety come up and cover wide receiver in the slot, then you are still weak in the back. It makes no sense.
That's
it
when
makes
you
zero
let a
sense.
guy like when you got to play him up in the slot, like you said. That's when you let a guy like you play dime defense and you let a guy like Sidney Brown go back there. If we're gonna win a Super Bowl again, we can't come with the same fronts we played last year. Is what you don't understand. We can't just come out nickel heavy all year long because teams
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
So now we gotta switch it up. We gotta play some more dime. We gotta play some other coverages.
Yes, different packages.
Having him inside the safety spot will help us do that. Is what I'm
different packages. I agree. You're repeating exactly what I'm saying. I'm agreeing with you. Different packages, but he wouldn't mainly be a nickel in different packages. He might drop back to safety to keep him on the field, right? That's what I've been saying the whole time. But you want him strictly at safety, and then talking about coming down to a slot. Your safety position is weak right now. Like you have nobody back there besides who? Reed? Like who's your other safety?
If everybody's Makuba's supposed to be that starting safety, why is everybody, because he got hurt, all of a sudden don't think he's going to be the starting safety? Because if that's the case, you can slide him to the slot and Makuba. You like
only because Big Fangio is big.
You got Sidney Brown back there. You got McCollum back there. You got Seed back there. Like there's
Reed is going to be back. Look, the only reason why right now is a little iffy because Vic Fangio is really, really big on training camp. That's why he said that Sidney Brown and Makuba, they're both on the same playing field because Sidney Brown last year, he was hurt throughout training camp. So now he's really big in training camp. If Makuba can't get on the field, look, Vic Fangio is not going to play him. Just like he wasn't trying to play Sidney Brown throughout the whole season, right? So if he can't get the reps, you can't blame us for saying that, hey, he should have been a starter. He just can't get the reps because he's hurt.
He said Vic Fangio's defense designed to keep everything in front of you. Having Coop back at safety gives up our weakness on defense. That's what I'm saying. That was the whole point. That was the reason that year. I know you want to say the pass rusher wasn't the same. I know you want to say the linebacker wasn't the same. But the main reason why we struggled that year in the class was garbage safety. Because the cornerbacks kept getting burned deep, and they were scoring deep touchdowns on our head. Like you heard him say, well, we struggled with Charlie Garner Johnson, Pro Bowl safety. We struggled all last year on a concept. Coop came in and did it like he was doing it his whole life.
So you just made my point.
Just because you put him in a position. If everybody think that Charlie was so great, CJ was so great at safety, but he struggled with this thing, and Vic made a point to talk about it, how we struggled at the safety position at this concept all year long.
You're making my point. You're making my point why you can't weaken the nickel. It doesn't matter who's your safety. If your nickel is weak, then you are trashed anyway. That's why our nickel was so bad. That's why Chauncey Gardner was giving bombs over Baghdad. The first 4 weeks, he gave up 4 touchdowns over his head because our nickel was so bad because of Maddox, out of position, always getting beat. That's why when they answered Coop, Chauncey was able to play a lot better. So that's you just proved my point right now. Why we need a strong nickel better than strong safety right now. I would have had Sidney Brown and Blankenship as safety, and then keep Cooper in the nickel.
Another argument against that is, right, listen to this. We didn't have cornerbacks following nobody. Last year, Q stayed on one side, Slay stayed on the other side. We are prepping Q right now to follow. And who goes into the slot majority of the time? Your number one receiver. And that's who Coop had to end up covering. That's why Coop had nice plays against Jamar Chase. That's why Coop had. If we're moving Q to that guy to be a following corner, meaning if they go in the slot, you know what I'm saying, Q's going to be in their slot.
No, they didn't. No. See, you missed the press conference. You missed the press conference. He said that. I forgot who said it. He said that he's prepared to let Q travel side to side, but if they end up in the nickel, then he's not going to travel to the nickel. He's not going to travel to the nickel. He's prepared to make him travel from the left side to the right side, outside, not the nickel position. He said it in this press conference this past week. He said it.
You're traveling corner. You go anywhere the star corner goes.
I hear you, but that's why you can't be moving everybody out of position, right? So if a guy is traveling to the nickel, why? Like you already have a nickel corner that could take care of that. So you don't need to add the confusion. Just say, hey, nickel, boom, Coop, Coop, you got it. But now if he's traveling from outside to outside, then yes, Q might be traveling with them.
Listen,
but
if
not
Q
to the
is the
side.
top 149 player in the NFL, what do elite cornerbacks do? No matter
Not a lot of them travel to the nickel, though.
Wherever your star receiver goes, your cornerback follows.
Not a lot of them travel to the nickel.
You gotta let them go. You gotta let them go.
Not a lot of them travel to the to the slot though. Not
all
a
the
lot.
star ones that go to the Hall of Fame and all pros and shit do. That's certain.
But the problem,
no matter where you're at. If we're gonna project Q to be this star that we want him to be, and he's already shown that he can be, he got to do the same qualifications.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. We got better players.
A player of the year at cornerback, my guy, and he travels.
Bro, like, are you listening to yourself right now, or you just running your mouth? Are you listening to yourself? We got better. If we got a all pro, if we got the number 60 guy at nickel, why he's gonna travel to the nickel? Does that make sense to you?
Because that nickel is about to be safety.
It's not that easy, man. It's not that easy. It's not that easy. It's not. But all right, let's.
He was old. That's why he didn't travel.
Yeah, I don't think Slay ever traveled though.
But like I said, and I'm not saying you're wrong either. Like in this argument, this debate that we're having, there's no wrong answer. Like it can happen both ways. Like I still feel like Fangio, the way he's talking, knowing that old school coach that I know, he's telling you everybody right now that Q's about to be our safety. I mean, not Q. DeJean's about to be our safety, and I think that's the reason why Howie was like. Because you heard Fangio already give praise. He gave praise to Ringo. He gave praise to Dory Jackson. And you still go out and get this young bull, Bennett. You still go out and get him. I know competition, right? But why not? If you got two, why not make three good cornerbacks? And now you got your slot guy. So now it's easier for Fangio to be like, okay, I don't have to feel like I'm giving up that much by moving him to starting safety. And like I said before in the beginning, a starting safety gets paid more than a starting nickel. Remember Brandon Boykins played on this team forever. He just wanted to get paid. He was going to Pro Bowl. He was doing all this stuff. He just wanted to get paid. He knew he couldn't get paid unless he went to the outside.
But once again, we are 3 weeks into training camp. If Vic was going to try Jackson or Rango at the nickel, then we would have heard about it. The problem is he's not. There's nobody at the nickel right now that we are hearing besides Coop. He's moving from nickel to safety. You have not told me yet. And then you're like, well, you could add this person. This is training camp. This is the time where you hear who's at what position. We have not heard who the hell is at the nickel position when Coop is at safety. To me, that's saying that he's only trying him out in certain packages when there's no when there's no slot receiver there. I mean, to me, because I have not heard who is at the nickel position yet, and that is my concern.
Okay,
that's my only
concern. Thing that you're saying though, right?
Huh?
If we able, like we said, we need to diversify secondary. We need to be able to play multiple fronts. I mean, just like we need to play multiple coverages. If you're going to just say dime, for instance. As you're starting safety, you're still covering the slot receiver. So you're not missing out on that whole, who's going to play nickel? Because guess what? Coop's still going to be in a box. He's still going to be up against the line. He's still going to be on the line playing the third best receiver or even the first best or whatever they put out there. And certain packages too. See, like there's only one package you can say.
You keep avoiding the question.
That's nickel. There's so many multiple defenses out there.
I hear you, but once again, you keep avoiding the question. You keep going back to if you play down. I hear you. I know what you're talking about. Who is playing nickel? And stop trying to bring Coop down to play nickel if he's playing safety. Stop doing that.
But
Give me the actual answer. Who is playing nickel?
You act like safeties don't play receivers.
Oh, my God. Okay. You know what? I'm done. All right. Let's change the topic because you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Like, you have no idea who's going to play the nickel.
I know what I'm talking about.
Well, you bring the safety down to the nickel.
You're only worried if you're going to play the nickel when we're in nickel. And what I'm saying is you can still – that's – instead of –
okay. All right. I've been hearing it.
Wait. Let me finish what I'm saying.
I'm not saying nothing.
Him starting at nickel, right? And there's all these other defenses he doesn't start at, right? Nickel. He doesn't start at safety, but he was only in for the nickel because the nickel was the primary defense that we ran, right? Oh my God. I'm saying
still leaving one safety.
He can play
you can't.
And dime, base, like all these other positions to where only when we play nickel is where you got to worry about who's going to come up and play it. But then you still got him on the field anyway.
That's what I'm okay. I get all that. I'm not against him going to safety, but you keep telling me that you only talking about dime, this and that. If you cannot play Coop and try to bring him down to the nickel, your safety position is compromised. You're gonna get bombed over Baghdad 9 times out of 10. You're gonna get bombed over Baghdad. Now you got your corners on an island, your nickel, because you brought your safety down to cover our nickel, and now guess what? There's nobody back there. I'm running flies all day long. Streaks, just go. Come on, you can't do that, man. You cannot do that. That's all I'm trying to say is, who's your nickel if Coop is at safety? You cannot say, well, I'm going to bring him back down. You can't. You can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why can't you? If he's dead on the field, right? Obviously, he's not leaving the field. Period.
I know
what front you're in, but I'm just saying with him at safety, you can play multiple fronts and still let some of these young bucks that you guys want to see play. Let a Makuba come in when he has to roll down, and we need another safety back there. Let a Sidney Brown come in when he gets to roll down and play that.
But they have to be already on the field though, because if the team is going hurry ups, or if a team is switching their offense like on the spot, you can't be substituting another safety because you're going to bring Coop down. They have to be on the field already. Like, that's what's making it so hard. You know what I mean? Like, your logic is not making no sense to me because you got to have the safeties on the field already and able to transition like that. Like Makuba, look, we're not going to play Coop, Blankenship, and Makuba all at safety and then hope that, hey, just go back to the nickel because they changing their.
There are some 3 safety sets. Dime is a 3 safety set.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go over this unofficial depth chart.
Let's do that. Let's get that done. So now going into this preseason game this Thursday, this is our unofficial roster depth chart here. Let's go over it real fast.
Yeah. This is our unofficial depth chart. Look, as far as offense goes, man, look, there's no surprise here, right? Like, there's no surprise on offense, right? We all knew that Steen was going to be the right guard. I mean, Jihad, JD, he's getting more and more comfortable with Jalen Hurts, at the slot position. There's no surprise there. Anything you like to add?
I know, that's all. Ben Van Sermon, he got hurt. I think we need a backup fullback.
Huh?
I don't like the fact that there's no backup fullback. I think we need one. If you're going to reinvent a position that's been outdated, and Ben Van Sermon is that guy, he just got laced up by our rookie linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Where he had to miss a couple of practices because he got laced up by him. So I think we need to have a backup fullback.
I mean, behind the offensive. All right, so let's go. All right, so first team, you got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Jahan. But behind those guys right now is Johnny Wilson. Behind AJ is Johnny Wilson. To me, look, that's going to be a big competition right there between Johnny Wilson and Elijah Cooks. Elijah Cooks right now is on the third string behind Johnny Wilson. But all camp long, every day, all you hearing is Elijah Cooks. Elijah Cooks. He's making big plays. Johnny Wilson, today was a big, like on Twitter, people cannot stand Johnny Wilson. They say that he can't catch. He can't do this.
He's the best run blocking receiver we got. I said, but he's the best run blocking receiver we got.
Yeah, and he's good on special teams. So that's why, to me, I think that Nick Sirianni even said it, right? Johnny Wilson, when they brought up his name, he said he's very good at special teams. He's doing well, blah, 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 blah. But to me, behind A.J. Brown is going to be who's going to back up A.J. I think it's going to be Elijah Cooks, man. We cannot put this dude on waiver, but depend on what he does, in a preseason game. If teams start looking at him, because doing preseason games look, these guys are playing to be on another roster also, especially if they're not going to make the team. They are auditioning for other teams, and I think you cannot afford to lose Elijah Cooks.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, I like Elijah Cooks, man. Like I said, I play football with his whole family. He's from Tuscaloosa, Central Coast, California. You know what I'm saying? Their whole family's from there. They have records. I played football at the same high school as his dad played at. And I think I'm trying to get him on a show. I talked to his family already. They already talked to me, and we're trying to get him on a show. But I like what he's doing out there, And like you said, Johnny Wilson's a good pass blocker. All he has to do is maybe develop his pass blocking skills, because Johnny Wilson's only a good pass blocker because he's so big. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a big guy. So that can't be your only skill if you're a receiver. So I think Elijah Cooks have a really good opportunity to take that spot behind A.J. Brown. So,
okay.
Other than that, Anaya Smith been dropping balls left and right.
Yeah.
I heard he's trash right now. Terrence Marshall just needs to get hurt.
Yeah, he's behind Devontae Smith. So at least he's second behind, like on the depth chart, right? So if he didn't go out, then Terrence Marshall will come in.
Yeah, but he got to get healthy because he's been hurt too as well. So in terms of backup, the one backup I did see here is Will Shipley too, but they heard that AJ Dillon's been getting more of the first team reps than Will Shipley.
But see, I think that with AJ Dillon is more of a short yardage, like a short yardage type guy, right? Or even a goal line. You're not going to put with Shipley, on a goal line. You're not, right? You're not going to take Barkley out or AJ to put a small behind Will Shipley on a goal line.
No, that's small though.
I mean, he is small. I mean, come on now. AJ Dillon,
he's like 250. When I heard they say that today, I was like, damn, 250? Like, Saquon's what, 225?
I mean, AJ Dillon with the Green Bay Packers, him and Aaron Jones, that was his specialty, like short yardage, goal line carries. So he's your big back. So that's why, I'm not really worried about Will Shipley second on the depth chart behind, Barkley, because AJ, he's going to be used more of a short down back or goal line back. So I'm okay with that. But the tight end position, you see, is Dallas Goedert, and you see Bryant. Harrison Bryant? Right there. Harrison.
It goes across with Dallas Goedert, Grant Calcaterra, Grayson.
No. This is right here. This is the first line right here. This is your starter right here. He's right here. He's next to Dallas Goedert. He's on
No, but I think it's just like down here. That'd be like saying that Montrell Johnson is your second string running back. It goes across first. So it goes Barkley, Shipley, Dillon, Johnson, whatever. Just like it goes Dallas Goedert, Grant Calcaterra, Grayson, then Bryant.
I think Harrison Bryant should replace Grant, man.
No, Grant had a great year last year. Why is he on Grant?
He's only good at one thing.
He blocked last year pretty good too.
I mean, did he really block? Did he really block though?
He was better. Everybody know when Dallas went out, everybody expected the tight end position to go down. And what happened? He ended up stepping up. He made a lot of big plays at the end of the season last year.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That's why I'm not going to hate on Grant, because Grant actually showed us last year he can be a complete tight end last year. I feel like Grant took all the doubt away. And, and like you said, Twitch says Jalen trusts Grant.
Yeah, he does.
He made a lot of plays when Dallas was out. And I didn't even expect him to do that good. When
mainly catching.
But then you talk about Grayson and Bryant. Like, those are two good number 2 tight ends from other teams that are on our team now.
Yeah.
And there's another tight end, that Cameron Latu.
Latu. Yeah, Latu.
The Niners, dude. He plays some good football on the Niners.
Yeah, we're not gonna keep all these tight ends though, man. Right now, there's
I think we're only gonna keep
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We're gonna keep 3 tight ends. I think we might even keep 2 on game day, with 2 being on like the practice squad.
I think we might keep 3 for sure. I think definitely 3 for sure, because 12 personnel, different packages. But yeah, so I mean, we'll see, man. But let me see. But there's no surprise there on the offense. You see Tanner McKee is Jalen Hurts' backup. Hey, congratulations. I mean, I like McKee myself. I like McKee, so
he's throwing some dimes out there. The only thing I would say about the quarterback thing is Thompson, Robinson, DTR is over McCourt, and everybody says McCourt throws a better ball, but Thompson's actually playing better right now in training camp. Because we're talking about
McCourt, I think he's going to be a practice squad guy. He's going to be a practice squad guy. I don't think nobody is going to pick him up. But DTR, he got experience in the league. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see. We're definitely going to address 3.
A lot of both of those guys, because I don't think we're going to play McKee very much in the preseason either.
McKee is going to play. McKee is going to play.
Jalen, and I don't think we're going to play McKee that much, because McKee's already proved himself.
Yeah, I mean,
quarterbacks, I think both Jalen's not going to see no preseason. All you guys get ready for 3 games without Jalen Hurts, because that's not going to happen, because he hasn't done it. And then you're going to see maybe 2 games where you see McKee in the first quarter, and that's it.
But you heard what Jalen Hurts say today when they asked him, about the preseason game. He was like, shoot, I would like to play. You know what I mean? Like, I know the games don't count for anything, but still, just to get in a rhythm with the guys, even though, the play calling is going to be dummy plays, whatever, and the defense is going to be dummy play, but still, like, he still would like to play. But I think Nick Sirianni, the way he's been doing the past few years is a joint practice.
Shut that shit down.
It's basically your preseason game. Is your joint practice.
You're not going to play Jalen Hurts at all. At all. I don't give a fuck what.
I think we'll see him. I think we'll see him.
What?
Remember, was it last year or the year before? We saw Jalen Hurts in the preseason game. We saw him in the preseason game. Remember when they tackled him out of bounds? Man, the sideline went shit. It was like, like I forgot. Was it last season or the season before? But he played.
He played 0 preseason games last year.
Well, it probably was the year before then, but he did play, at least 1 series in a preseason game. Even Nick Sirianni was getting pissed off because somebody tackled him out of bounds. You know what I mean? So don't be surprised if you see him play, because he did bring it up today when they did ask him. He was like, hey, I would like to play, in just a little bit, but we'll see.
I want to see him play. I think we should go old school. First preseason game a little bit more, second preseason game, half the third preseason game. But people get
we only got 3 preseason games though. Remember, like they
so
cut it down to 3 from 4 to 3.
First quarter, second preseason to half, and then a drive or 2 the third preseason game.
No, the starters do not play the last preseason game. We only got 3 preseason games. I just told you that.
I'm trying to say you're trying to change it up to like this new format. I'm just saying that's why I would like to see Jalen play.
Why? The starters don't play last preseason game.
I think that's bullshit, dude.
Why? Because
you always start out so our offense always start out so cold when Jalen don't play none of the preseason. It's like
okay. So if he's playing the first preseason game, okay, because the last preseason game is basically the guys who are probably not going to make the team or on the bubble. You're not going to put no starters in there. So I mean, no starting offensive line, none of that. Starters do not play the last preseason game. All right, it's basically the guys that are about to get cut or auditioning or on the fence. You know what I mean, on the bubble, But let's go to the defense, man. Let's go to the defense. Right now, your edge are Jalen Hunt, of course, and Nolan Smith. There's no surprise there. Your D tackles, you got Carter, Davis, Moro, Ojomo, been making noise throughout the whole training camp. Every day he's getting a sack. It's almost automatic. Every day he's getting a sack. Every day he's getting a sack. And that's why I think Huh?
I say Uche too been having a great
yeah, but I'm talking about the defensive tackle right now. So that's why that they were, comfortable with trading away Booker because of these other guys, Ojomo, Byron Young, well, Thomas Booker is still on this thing right here, but he's not going to be there. Gabe Hall, Ty Robinson. So we do have that at that defensive tackle position, and then your linebackers, Trouter and Bond and Mitchell.
I want to play this video for you too, because this is for you guys to understand why the Eagles are so successful.
This team is the embodiment of winning in the trenches, O-line and D-line first and foremost, and then surround everything else around. That's what Howie Roseman does. I mean, he's got consistently an elite offensive line and an elite deep defensive line. They're obviously replacing some pieces, Josh Sweat, Milton Williams on that D-line, but I mean, just look at the studs that they still have, right? Jordan Mailata, Landon Dickerson, Lane Johnson on the offensive line. Then you've got Jalen Carter, right? You've got Nolan Smith. You've got Moro Ojomo, Jordan Davis on the inside, even with Williams leave. They replenish it every year in the draft. It's just this team is the embodiment of winning in the trenches, O-line and D-line first and foremost, and then surround everything else around. Hurry now and get PFF Plus $40 off using code.
We ain't supporting that. But yeah, like I was saying, and even Jalen Carter was like, I'm telling you guys, like, people are sleeping. And this goes back to a video I made like 4 weeks ago. And I told you guys that I think this year Jordan Davis is going to be our number one DT. And you guys even got our number one DT. He said, I'm not even joking. JD's faster than me now. He dropped his weight, kept his power, and moves like an edge rusher. Watching him transform his life made me want to level up too. We're not the kids from Georgia anymore. This is the NFL, and Jordan Davis just showed us he's ready to dominate. And he even put on that when he said that. He was like, Jordan Davis brought me to college and told me about this game, and I know Jalen Carter is that dude. I'm not even taking nothing away from Jalen Carter. He's still going to have a fantastic season. I'm telling you, Jordan Davis is about the wreck shop, my guy.
Yeah.
About the wreck shop. You heard him in practice even. He's getting sacks in practice right now. He's blowing up, linemen to get lost tackles for loss in the backfield and running backs, my guy. Like, Jordan Davis will be our best defensive tackle this year. You bookmark that shit I told you today.
I'm not bookmarking nothing because there's a difference between game speed and training camp, okay? Until I see it on the field. Look, Jalen Carter don't come off the field. This dude don't come off the field, right? In the playoffs, when he sacked Matthew Stafford, that was snap 80 and 81. This dude does not come off the field until I see Jordan Davis. Until I see Jordan Davis.
Go ahead.
Until I see Jordan Davis and game in 100-degree weather or 90-degree weather, playing the whole game. Hey, look, you cannot say he's going to be more dominant than Jalen Carter. That's the only thing I got to say. Don't disrespect JC like that, all right? JC
the whole
is
game.
more dominant than Jordan.
He has not had a double-digit sack season yet, and he's been playing the whole game. That's what I'm saying. no matter what. JC is not what we consider the run stopping DT. We consider him the pass rush DT, meaning you should get sacks. Jordan Davis, since day one, has been the run stopping DT. When he's in the game, he balls out and no one runs the football on us. Now he's adding pass rushing ability to that, starting at the end of last season in the playoffs, getting sacks. If he becomes the number one run stopping guy on our defense and tops in sacks, if he gets what Jalen Carter got in sacks this year in sacks, he is the best DT on our team. He is big brother to Jalen Carter. He is that guy that is the most dominant DT on our team.
Yeah, you got the All-Pro nod.
I don't know how you look at him because he played every single
who's
snap.
Going to be
that makes him better than the guy that already.
Who's going to make NFL top 100?
Jordan Davis not on our football team.
See, you are. If who got the All-Pro nod? Who's going to be NFL top 100? JC, not JD. Okay, so we have to see. We have to see. Look, I like the fact that he lost weight. Congratulations. Look, I like the fact that he lost weight. Congratulations. You should have been did that, your fat ass. Okay. Hey, we drafted you number 10. Your ass should have been lost weight. You should have been did whatever you can to be on the field. All right. But right now, that's good. It's a contract year. Hey, look, I'm rooting for him to dominate the front because that means that JC is going to be one-on-one coverage. And guess what? Ain't nobody going to, be able to go one-on-one with Jalen Carter. So look,
no one goes one-on-one with Jordan Davis now. Who goes one-on-one with Jordan Davis?
I could go one-on-one with Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis gets triple teamed, dude.
Oh, come on, man. He don't get no triple team like that. Relax.
He did. Because of his size alone.
Relax.
He had to triple team him. Okay. Now he's bringing in sacks. And I'm saying if he brings in sacks, like he has 6 sacks and still the number one run stopping DT, he's all pro.
Okay.
And he's better than motherfucking Jalen Carter if Jalen Carter don't get double-digit sacks.
Bro, you know why? Okay, so you tell me that sack is the end-all be-all.
If you're listen, there's 2 DTs. There's a DT that stops the run, and there's a DT that gets sacks. Like we said before, Fletcher Cox is legendary because he's a DT that stopped the run and gets some sacks. Aaron Donald was legendary because he's a DT that gets sacks and can stop the run. Jalen Carter is the Aaron Donald of the team, but he has not reached Aaron Donald levels. He's not getting double-digit sacks. He's never gotten double-digit sacks.
Bro, he's going into his 3rd year. You talking about never. 3rd year.
Aaron Donald did it like his 1st year.
Yo, bro, stop comparing people to Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald, bro.
He is Jason. Compared to Jason.
Even Aaron Donald compared him to him. Aaron Donald compared him to him. And he still hasn't got double-digit sacks. What I'm saying is, the guy that stops the run like a Fletcher Cox, who didn't get double-digit sack to what year? Right before he retired? 2 years before he retired?
Yeah.
Jordan Davis, he comes in and gets like 6 sacks this year, my guy. He's better than Jalen Carter and more important to this defense.
You're delusional, man. And this is why sometimes you get on my nerves. You get on my freaking nerves. Yo, Jalen Carter is about to be NFL top 100, probably number 30 something, probably number 20 something. He's one of the they're comparing him to Dexter Lawrence right now in the NFL. He's like behind Dexter Lawrence right now, right? So there's ain't nobody comparing JD to nobody in the NFL right now. Who? JD who? Like that's hey, when you say Jordan Davis, well, he
stops the run is what you cannot say he don't do. Right? Like JD already got something that you cannot take away from him. He has been the best run-stopping defensive player on our team since he's been there. Regardless
when he's
of
on the field.
Snaps, Regardless,
when he's on the field.
This is a
Correct.
passing league, my guy. So regardless of how many snaps you talk about, he's been number one in run stopping defense on our defensive tackles position. If he adds what he adds at the end of the playoffs, and he adds like 6 sacks to that, he's the best DT on our defense, my guy.
Sacks is
And
not a bad.
this year, Jalen Carter might get ranked in the top, obviously
20-something, I
40,
think.
right? But I'm saying after this year, that we're talking about this year. We're talking about this year now. We're not talking about what happened last year. The top 100 for what happened last year. I'm saying this year, if JD goes out there and what he's doing in practice right now, getting sacks, disrupting the run. He's lighter. He's faster. Even Jalen Carter, he's faster than me.
Look,
you know, I don't want to give him too much praise, but he's faster than me right now.
Look, I like
if he goes out and dominates the way that even Jalen Carter says he's going to dominate, then he's going to be the best defensive tackle on this football team,
bro. Hey, look, I'm from Missouri, man. The show me state. Hey, I hear you. Look, I hear you, but until I see it on the field,
look at it.
Look, even Vic Fangio was like, "Hey, he got to stay on the field." So he's in shape. Like Luka Doncic, hey, he come into the season almost every year in shape, and throughout the season he get fat again. All right, so I don't want to hear, shit. Look, in the offseason you ain't got nothing to do but to get in shape. But now the season is here.
I see all you haters in the building.
No, ain't nobody hating BG.
Y'all hate because I'm saying that. And it's not a bad thing if he is better than Jalen Carter this year. It's not.
That's cool.
If Jalen Carter's still good and JD's just better, that means we have an unstoppable defensive line, which is good for our team as a whole. What I'm saying is he's already number one. He's better than Jalen Carter in run stopping, period. Y'all all know that. But Jalen Carter hasn't put up the pass rushing numbers that we want to see from him.
That's you want. That's you want. You all about sacks.
He hasn't got no sacks, my guy.
You all about sacks, bro.
I want to see some sacks.
Okay, when you watch Jalen Carter play, this dude ruined games, saving us against the Saints, against the Rams. This dude's in the backfield.
What did Jordan Davis
all
do
the time
in the playoffs when he got those sacks?
Okay, all right. You talking about the playoffs? Okay, good job, right? What did he do throughout the season? Nowhere to be found because he couldn't be on the field. Okay, look, if JD is better than Jalen Carter, you know what? I would do this for you. I'll get you a Jordan Davis jersey. You ain't gotta get me shit. Yeah. All right, because that's how confident I am that Jordan Davis is not going to be better than Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter is a one-generational talent. No one is stopping him, and he's not coming off the field. JD is going to be like another Dexter Lawrence, but less talented. Can't stay on the field because he's too big, all right? So that's the problem with Dexter Lawrence. He can't stay on the field because he got on the sideline, and then there's plays going on. You got to be on the field to make plays.
Is it no one ever said JD is a generational?
No one.
Okay.
No one.
And that's to prove my point. That's what I'm saying, guys. Y'all missing what I'm saying. Y'all keep saying he's generational talent, right? Where's the generational talent numbers at?
You talking about sacks?
You play the whole damn game don't make you a generational player. Is what I'm saying. Who cares that you play the whole game? Who cares that you have 6 sacks, 7 sacks in the whole season? Who cares? If you're really generational talent, the LTs, Aaron Donald, Warren Saps, you know what I'm saying? Generational talents, that's really generational talent. Forget just saying it just to say it. Where's the number to back it up? Is what I'm saying. He has not showed us in 3 years he can get double-digit sacks. Y'all still crowning him the best. And I love Jalen Carter. I think he's awesome.
Without Jalen Carter, we are not Super Bowl champs.
Like generational mean
without impact.
We've had a lot of good DT come in the league that didn't get double-digit sacks.
Bro,
The
without
only ones
Jalen
that we
Carter,
consider generational are the
without
ones that get
Jalen
double-digit sacks.
Carter,
He's not one of them.
BG, are you listening? Without Jalen Carter, we don't have 2 rings right now. We don't. Impact. He's the reason why.
2 rings. He only been there for 1.
Listen, our second ring we got this past season was because of Jalen Carter. If Matthew Stafford, because that play was open, if Matthew Stafford had 1 more second, that's a touchdown. Like
What about 1 play?
Impact. Generational. When you call on him, he makes plays. Period. But see, and now y'all see why BG make my head hurt sometimes when I'm on the show with him. I don't know if I don't know if he's doing it on purpose or what.
I do.
But he be making my head hurt because the way he be talking is like delusional. It's like, do you know football? Do you watch football? Do you know anything?
How do I know football?
Like, or do you just hear people say stuff and you
You guys say generational talent, and I'm just letting you guys know all the generational talent defensive tackles that ever played a football game have double-digit sacks. So why the hell are you guys saying Jalen Carter is generational talent? And even Aaron Donald, who is a generational talent, says he is, but he hasn't reached double-digit sacks yet.
Bro, give him a chance. He's going to his first season.
He had 9 sacks.
His first season, he didn't even start his first season. He was a rotational player,
right? And he's like, oh my God, he's 1 away from double-digit. No, he's not getting close to double-digit sacks.
Bro.
Y'all act like Jim played the whole
thing,
game.
Man.
That's supposed to mean something. He's young. Of course he's supposed to play the whole game.
Okay. All right. So let me
460 pounds.
Let me compare a guy on our team. Let me compare a guy on our team to Jalen Carter, but he got impact. Creon Mitchell. Where's the interceptions at? Hey, he's a DB. He's a cornerback, right? Where's the interceptions at? But guess what? He's shutting down receivers. He's locking down. No.
He's shutting down everybody. That's different. The interceptions will come. But he's still
sacks will come.
Everybody.
Sacks will come. Because you know why? Sacks will come. It's hard to get sacks when you're the only guy on the defensive line that people are actually game planning for. And now if Jordan Davis had the impact that you say he will have, I guarantee you that Jalen Carter have double-digit sacks this upcoming season. He can't do it by himself, though. So
Milton Williams, Josh Sweat. Guys got paid bank.
They all came on late. Bro. Hey, did you watch the season?
Milton Williams came in late, but last
year. Did you watch the season? As the season went on, our defense started getting better when they put Cooper DeJean. That's when these guys just started,
Okay, but if led our team in sacks, and Milton Williams right behind him, where the hell was Jalen Carter at?
All right. Hey, it's time to wrap this up, man. It's time to wrap this up. All night about nothing.
I love Jalen Carter, and I love him on our team. But all I'm saying, if Jordan Davis does what he does, what he's been doing since day one, which we drafted him for since day one, we drafted Jordan Davis to be a run stopper because we didn't have no run stopping DTs on our team. And he's done that since day one. But something clicked last season, at the end of the season and through the playoffs, where he started to get sacks finally.
He's been doing it since day one so much
like 10
that
years.
He got benched for Milton Williams. That's how dominant JD was. He got benched for Milton Williams. That's how dominant
he was. League, so Milton Williams played more because he wasn't on the pass rushing side yet.
No, because JD couldn't be on the field.
He's fat. I'm going to say it. He was fat as fuck. He was 360 pounds fat. Look at the guy right now that Tampa Bay just drafted. He's supposed to be the new stop-run guy. He can't even practice with the team because he's too fat. He's walking laps with Tampa Bay right now.
Oh, yeah. The tush-push stopper.
But JD has been dominating since year one.
Stop saying dominated. Stop.
We went and went to the Super
You
Bowl
are
that
giving
year. In year one, we went and went to the Super Bowl that year. We had to go get Ndamukong Suh and Linval Joseph when JD got hurt. We had to go get 2 Pro Bowl players to replace what he did his rookie year. Is what I'm saying. Like, if Jalen Carter goes out, we got other pass rushing defensive tackles that can produce the same number. Milton Williams can still produce that many sacks because I think Milton had more sacks than Jalen Carter. So what I'm saying is you can't devalue the run-stopping part of JD because we had to get 2 Pro Bowlers to do what he did when he left. And he's still been doing that. Every time Jordan Davis in the game, he stopped the run. And if he adds that power rush,
I hear you, brother.
Season last year to his game this year, it's a wrap, my guy.
All right. Hey, don't ever use JD with dominating, taking over, overpower. I mean, wrecking games. Those are things that dominating, and he can't do none of that shit. But hey, you know what I saw was JC. You are skipping the whole season. You skipped the whole season and went to the playoffs.
He had more sacks in the playoffs than Carter.
All right. Okay.
Did he not?
Man, you know what? I might take me an aspirin. Like, I've spent 20 minutes of you making my head hurt even worse. All right. So, hey, what else we got? Hey, I think that's it, man. You know, wait, hold on real quick. Let's bring that up real quick. Again, the unofficial, that's for defense, Zach Bond. Trotter Jr., though, I think, but they got Trotter Jr. See, now this is where, this is where your thing is. Let me see. Yeah, I guess. But they got Campbell behind Zach Bond. But I'm going to tell you that right now. Trotter Jr. is not starting over Campbell.
I think he is.
He's not.
For week 1.
He's not.
For week 1.
He's not.
Because I think they're going to slowly bring Campbell along. Because Campbell's already practicing edge rushing too.
But Vic Fangio is saying because of that. But Vic Fangio is saying it's our fault. We putting too much on his plate because now we try to make him an edge rusher too. But if you strictly make him a linebacker with Zach Bond, he's better than Trotter already right now. Yo, they got to tell this dude to slow down. Stop running your own guys over. He's dominating. Now, that's the word you use. He's dominating in training camp. He's dominating vets already as a rookie. I haven't heard a peep about Trotter at all the whole training camp.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Trotter been dominating at linebacker, my guy.
Who said that?
Everybody.
Oh, stop lying, BG.
Now watch practice. No,
you lying.
Has been playing dominant football. Look at that right there. Trot's been killing it in camp.
Nobody's saying,
my guy.
All right, you know what?
Everybody's been saying that.
Who's everybody?
Dominating.
Who?
Trotter. Vic. The defense. Everybody been talking about Trotter and how good he's been doing this year.
No, I have not heard one person say that.
Obviously, you ain't been listening to football.
No. Yeah, every time they open their mouths, it's Campbell.
No, Campbell made plays, but Campbell also
dominated. Yo, they gotta tell Campbell, hey, slow down, boy. Hey, we all on one team here. This dude, if you make him play strictly linebacker, he's better than Trotter already because he's bigger, faster, stronger. He's running through the A gap to get the quarterback.
It's gonna be Trotter and Campbell moving forward. Campbell is Bond 2.0.
No, he's better. He's not better yet because I haven't seen it yet. But right now, if you put Bond and Campbell,
you can't have the same linebacker.
They're not the same. They're not the same.
And I think Trotter Jr. is that guy. that's going to be that thumper. He's going to be that thumper, and Campbell's going to be the guy that does the coverage stuff. And that's what we're going to have for like years to come. Like, Bond's only going to be here for another year or two. I'm telling you this right now. He got 2-year max. And then it's going to be Trotter and Campbell moving forward.
Hey, you know what I think is going to happen? You might be right. Trotter might start the season, and then we're going to do a Cooper DeJean move. If we're going to put in Campbell after 4 games, and Trotter, you backing up. I'm telling you, Campbell could play different positions at linebacker. He doesn't have to be the Mike. You
don't realize this year he don't have to play starting linebacker either.
But we got edge rushers though.
He can play edge rush. He can play linebacker. He's gonna be playing both.
Yeah.
He's not gonna take away from the starters that are already there. He's gonna be adding to the starters that are already there. He's gonna be playing edge rush to help the edge pass rush on the defense. He's gonna be playing linebacker to help the linebacker, but it's just when Trotter goes out. I'm saying he's gonna use them like you're supposed to use a rookie. That's good. You're gonna play him at both. And he's going to excel at both. So next year, maybe the Eagles get a first-round pick for Zach Bond. Maybe the Eagles trade Zach Bond for a second-round pick or a player. And now you got Campbell and Trotter moving forward. I didn't do that.
Having 3.
I feel bad for Dean. He got hurt at the wrong time. I just don't see Dean starting anymore.
I mean, we'll see, man. Look, you think
he'll start this year?
I don't look. It's all going to depend on Trotter, right? Because if Trotter was that good, how come that dude started ahead of him?
Warren Burks. He's a rookie. He's a rookie. Warren Burks was a veteran that played good football for a really good football team. He played for the Niners, and he started.
But you've been claiming that Trotter was ready.
Who was the best linebacker?
But you was claiming that Trotter was behind Dean. Like you was like, oh, it's Trotter. All y'all was like Trotter, and then Burks.
And as you seen, he was gonna go in, but Vic went experience over rookie, and that's not a bad decision as a coach.
No, you know that Vic don't do that. Now you know Vic plays the best player.
You're not gonna play that.
Know Vic plays the best player. He doesn't play experience over no rookie.
You got to think a guy that's been in the league for 6 years.
It doesn't matter. He plays
the best linebacker core in the league.
Well, Bradbury was experienced over Crayon Mitchell, but you started.
But we didn't have the best secondary in the league.
See, man, look, you all over the place. It's like you pick and choose.
Niners had the best linebacker core in the league, and Warren Burks came in. He was the guy that came in when Warner or Drelaw or Kinlaw, whatever his name is, went down. And he went in and he played good except for the Super Bowl. He had a bad Super Bowl game.
Yeah.
And he came on our team. But other than that, he played good football. He's a good linebacker. This is why he got paid this offseason.
Yeah, facts, man. All right, man.
And I'm just saying, Trotter now, year 2, he's not a rookie no more. And now he is taking all the first-team reps. So,
I mean, I've seen he's not taking all the first team reps. They don't lie. He's not taking all the first team reps. I've seen Campbell in there a lot when I was there.
With Bond.
Campbell was with Bond. Campbell and Bond was on the field at linebacker. 2 of them, Campbell and Bond. Trotter was not on there. Trotter came in with the second team. But also Vic Fangio, he said something. He said this. He said, "Don't take if you see Bond and Campbell together, or somebody else together." He said, in case something happened, in case an injury happened, he don't want to be the first time that Zach Bond and Campbell playing next to each other. Right. You know, I mean, he doesn't want to be, make that on the first time. So that's why now he's kind of rotating. So don't take any of his different mix and match as that's your starter. I mean, he just trying to make sure that everybody is, familiar with each other. At least
I'm an Eagles fan that like to be a little controversial. So we got 2 more things before we get out of here. One being,
let's make it quick, man. I gotta go to work.
Michael Parsons to the Eagles. This is what he's an NBA player, but This is what he said, my boy MJ. MJ, my boy, Philly content creator. This is what his little interview said about Micah Parsons.
Would you trade a first-round pick and Nolan Smith for Micah Parsons?
Is that a real question? I with Nolan Smith, but right, you talking about Micah Parsons? I trade my damn self. Listen, I'm a realist.
Yeah.
When they ask me trades about basketball and they said, would you trade you for X, Y, and Z? If it's working or if that player is that caliber, you damn right I'm going to trade him. There's no question. In this situation, like, I'm looking at it both. I'm looking at it from a business-wise and Jerry Jones. Regardless of Micah Parsons there or not, I'm still going to have the most, you know what I mean, the star going to sell itself. It don't matter who you put on that field, right? When you talk about business, when you talk about superstars and Micah Parsons and possibly losing him to somebody, we got our eye open. I don't know if we can get him, but if we can make some shake, you in trouble, Jerry. You in trouble. You heard me? I'm going back and forth with just saying, like, sometimes, man, like players gonna take it in their own hands, bro. Like,
my only thing is this: I would not do the trade. When was the last time the highest defensive player won a championship? Because you are giving up Nolan Smith, and it's not only going to be one first-round pick, it's going to be multiple, and you got to pay him, along with Carter that's coming up, along with a lot of rookies on the defense coming up. Why would you financially hurt yourself like that when Micah Parsons wants to be making 40 plus, maybe 43, $45 million a year? Why would you do that? Like, especially we won a Super Bowl without Micah Parsons, that in the playoffs, he's MIA. Nolan Smith already had more sacks. One playoff run, Nolan Smith already had more sacks than Micah Parsons already. But go ahead.
And I get that, and I respect all that. But what y'all don't realize is, if Nolan Smith comes out and balls out this year, you're looking at the same contract.
No, you're not.
Yeah, you are.
No, you're not.
Listen. Check this out. If Nolan Smith does what we want him to do in Philadelphia this year, being number one, lead the team in sacks, which we want him to do this year, which would mean he's tops in the league in sacks. He's going to get the same contract.
No, he's not.
His contract's coming up too.
No, he's
what
not.
What are you talking about?
You're delusional. He's not going to get the same.
If you've been good and you're about to get a new contract, opposed to if you're young. It doesn't matter if you're young or old. If you're the top player at that position, you're going to get the highest paid.
No, you're not. That's not how it works.
Nolan Smith comes out and get double-digit sacks. Where we already played the video where Nolan talked about, 12 sacks ain't enough. That's low. If Nolan Smith comes out and gets 17 sacks this year, I promise you, he gets number one defensive end.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Micah Parsons is going to want number one defensive end money. But
Micah Parsons, since he's been in the league,
y'all can lie to yourselves and not believe it, but it's the same money.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Right now, it's not the same money. And guess what? If we trade for him right now, we ain't paying Barker that money unless we trade him and we have to redo his contract right now.
And this is why I don't like having this.
Howie likes to jump in front of the game, in front of the market. So why not get a market parcel where you can reschedule? You can do a nice contract for him where he feels like he's getting paid, whatever, moving forward, instead of waiting to the end of next year when new defensive pass rushers get new contracts. Everybody know every year you wait, it's more money. Period. If you wait to the end of this year, guess what? Michael will be worth more. But I'm telling you, unless you don't believe that Nolan Smith is that dude. Now, if you don't believe that, of course he's not getting Micah Parsons money. But if you listen to Nolan, and if you believe that Nolan's going to be that guy that you think he's going to be, and that's the reason why you don't want to trade him, then he's getting that type of money.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Stop saying that.
He is.
No,
What the hell
he's
are you
not.
talking about?
Because
If he's the number one sack guy this year,
listen.
he's getting that money.
Okay, I let you talk. I let you talk. Let me say something real quick because I gotta go. Okay, I'm not gonna be here all night debating a worthless conversation. The reason why he cannot get the same money, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt, those guys were Defensive Player of the Year. Michael Parsons top 3 since he's been in the league in sacks. Nolan Smith, I don't care how big of a year he had this upcoming season. He can have 30 sacks for Christ's sake.
No.
It doesn't mean that he's going to make the same money as those type guys for 1 year of production. He's not going to do it. It's not going to happen. That's not how the market works.
It does work that way.
It's not for 1 year. Not for 1 year production.
He's one of the highest paid quarterbacks, JC.
Who?
Why do you think Trevor Lawrence? He ain't did shit.
Because that's the
highest paid quarterback. Because the market goes by the next year. It's time for you to get paid, and you're a talented player, you get paid the market. And the market for defensive
no. You can't compare. You can't compare quarterbacks. You cannot compare quarterbacks. Okay, you can't. All right, let's throw that out the year. Okay. Dak Prescott is the highest paid quarterback, no production. So shut up with that. So I just threw that out right there. Dak Prescott.
He's not the highest paid quarterback no more.
He is the highest paid quarterback.
Trevor Lawrence makes more than
No. Dak Prescott is the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. Do your research. And number 2, he has not done nothing, but that's the market for quarterbacks. So you cannot compare quarterback for 1 year production for an edge rusher.
What are you talking about? He's been in Pro Bowls. He's led the league in yards. He just sucks in the playoffs. He's Tony Romo.
Michael Parsons, he sucks in the playoffs. Michael Parsons sucks in the playoffs.
Exactly.
So what are you talking about here?
Listen, Michael Parsons is not TJ Watt. He is not Myles Garrett. That's the reason why I'm telling you the contract, if Nolan Smith balls out this year, is going to be the same contract.
No, he's not. Michael Parsons is younger than TJ Watt, Bosa, Garrett, and he's number 3 in total sacks since he's been in the league. Double-digit sacks year after year. Defensive player runner-up. Defensive rookie of the year. So the resumes are different, but he's producing every year up until his contract. He's producing. I'm spilling facts. You don't want to listen to facts. You want to argue. I'm telling you facts here. So every year he's in double-digit sacks. Defensive player of the year, runner-up, defensive rookie. His resume. Listen, I'm not done speaking facts. You talking feelings. I'm speaking facts. So you cannot go off of 1 year of Nolan Smith and assume that he's going to get $40 million a year for 1 year production. That's not how the market works.
Josh Sweat and Milton Williams. What just happened to Milton? Milton Williams is the highest paid Patriot ever. And he was a third damn defensive tackle. My guy, that's the market. The paychecks are bigger because the money is bigger. With more money for salary caps, that means you can pay players more money. So if you're looking at that, Milton Williams is the highest paid. He makes more money than Tom Brady made. And Tom Brady got what? 5 rings with the Patriots, my guy. So what are you talking about when you talk about it's not the next man up?
And you all over the place. You all over the place. You all over the place.
And I'm telling you, if Nolan Smith goes out, gets double-digit sacks like Josh Sweat just did when he went to Carolina and just got paid buku money, he's gonna be a buku money. And even if you want to say, oh, well, he made $4 million less or $5 million less than Parsons. Who gives a fuck? Parsons is that dude.
Like, I don't know what you're talking about right now. I done checked out a long time ago because you're not making no sense. You everywhere. You talking about Tom Brady, Milton Williams. I'm trying to stick to one thing. That's not how it works. And Nolan Smith is going into his 3rd year. He was he was a first round pick. So that means even if he ball out this year, 3rd year, he going to have to play. He still got 2 more years on his contract, so he's not going to get signed.
And this is what I'm saying. Nolan would get $25 to $30 million if he plays good.
Not next year. He got to play another year. He's a first-round pick, right? He's a first-round pick, right?
Howie pays early, so he's
no. He's a first-round pick. So yes, Howie does pay early. That's why he's gonna. This year is his third year, going in his third year, and then he's going.
Big money,
this
right?
year is his third year, going into his third year.
The thing is, you got 1 year of Parsons, right? And if this is a good year from Nolan, imagine if Nolan has a great year. I'm saying if Nolan has sacks,
he's not getting. He's
Nolan,
not.
If Nolan has, you're gonna tell me right now, on air, you're gonna tell me if Nolan Smith leads the league in sacks next year, right? And he has, say, 19 sacks next year, lead the league. He's not gonna be the highest paid defensive man.
No, he's not.
That's bullshit, dude.
Okay, all right. Look, I gotta go sleep. That's another topic for another day. But he's not. And I bet you any amount. I bet you any amount of money. I bet you any amount of money. I bet you any amount of money that he's not going to be the highest paid.
If he had 19 sacks and led the league in sacks, you don't think he's going to be the highest defensive end? Really?
No.
When has that not been the case? When has that not been the case? There's been players that have been one-hit wonders in their contract year that's been the highest paid at their position.
Who?
All of them.
No. See, don't say shit in air and not be able to tell me who, because right now you just talking out your asshole right now. All right. So don't say shit without telling me who. If you're gonna say something like that, tell me who.
Josh
so I can
Sweat,
say,
Bill Williams, for instance, they're the highest paid at their position at their new teams.
No, on their new teams, but they're not the highest. You talking about in the league.
They're a part of the league. Their team.
Oh my God. Okay.
To be the highest paid Patriot, that should say something. Tom Brady was a Patriot who won.
Tom Brady took discounts to
guess
keep
what?
this team
Bill
together.
Williams' contract is bigger than fucking Tom Brady's, my guy.
Tom Brady took discounts to keep the team together.
And Bill Williams is the defensive tackle that number 3 on our team, who's number 1 ever in the franchise history of making money. I'm saying that's how contracts roll.
I guarantee you would not hear Milton Williams dominating this season.
I'm not saying he is.
Okay, because stupid teams hand out stupid contracts every day.
Every day. It's not going to be that big of a difference if we were to sign Michael Parsons, who's a proven vet.
Yes.
Michael Parsons on the defensive line with Jalen Carter.
No.
Like we've said about any of the other stars. When we wanted we wanted Myles Garrett. We want any of these guys. If we bring Michael Parsons to this defense, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's going to be the most dominating defensive player in the league history. And how he's going to wrap him up early with that $50 million contract because the salary cap is going up every other year. And we're going to be all right. We're going to be good, man. Y'all tripping. Okay. Don't think numbers when you think about, do you want this player on your team? That's what I'm saying. Don't think numbers.
You're being unrealistic. There's no okay. All right. I'm not going to go through this. I got to go.
Hey, we got to get out of here. But before we get out of here, I want to show you what the Philadelphia Eagles look like on Madden. Since Madden's about to drop, and if y'all want to drop your gamer links, because I will beat any of you mother uppers in Madden. If you guys want to challenge BIRDGANG31, BIRDGANG31_P, hit me up. This is what it look like.
Oh, and it's going to be in Philly in the snow.
Getting some football weather. Little Uzi playing? Oh, that's lit. Hey.
The presentation's actually crazy. This pregame is nuts in the
Nobody's gonna skip the pregame.
No.
Nobody. Especially if this is your team. Like, if you recognize these intros, oh, you locked in. You're there.
Oh my word.
There.
That's hype, man. K-Spade, we're going to get our first look here at Weather Bar. This is a huge addition, huge upgrade for Madden 26 here this year. No longer just cosmetic.
Hey,
Yo, that's hot.
that begs the question too. JC, do you
What's
want
up?
Lori to get the new stadium with the dome so we can have a Super Bowl here? Or do you want the weather home field advantage?
No, I don't want a new stadium because I think home field advantage is the reason why people hate to come to Philly. Is the reason why if we get the number 1 seed, the road, every time we get the number 1 seed, people come here, we go to the Super Bowl. Is the weather is a factor, the field is a factor, the crowd noise is a factor, the hate. And now you get a dome, nice and cozy. Like, it's not the same vibe. It's not the same environment anymore, right? So I do not like that at all. But next week, I do have a clip of Barrett. We asked him that question at training camp. Do you think the Philadelphia Eagles will get a new stadium, or what would they do? And it's interesting what his comment was, his statement was. So I'm definitely going to play that next week for y'all. But yeah, you can't mess up home field, man. Retractable. Yeah, see, I mean, look, I don't know how a retractable dome work, if it's going to be the same feel to it or not. But home field advantage coming through Philly, no team want to come to Philly, man. And you get that number 1 seed, it's a wrap. Super Bowl, here we come, right? And you saw this past season, right? People claim if the Rams would have played, if it wasn't snowing, they probably would have beat us. No, bullshit. We played the Rams at the Rams, and we mollywopped them. So I don't believe that.
Mollywop.
So now they came to Philly all of a sudden. They won bad play. No, we was up by double digits, okay? Like it was playing soft.
Because he wants to be able to host a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I know.
But don't give up the home field advantage, man.
Yeah.
If you've ever been in the link, man, that is some home field advantage for your ass.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like every score, every kick, EAGLES Eagle in your face. Nah.
It might sound loud in a dome.
They did say it would sound louder in a dome. That is one thing, because it would sound loud. But the home field advantage would not, because guess what?
The field.
Every time we go to the playoffs, they're gonna have to close the dome because it's gonna be too cold. And they're gonna close the dome. It's not gonna be the advantage that we usually have.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's go into the home opener.
No, I can't afford that. I can't afford it. What, you got tickets already?
No.
Then you ain't going.
Yes, we are, JC.
You ain't going.
JC.
You ain't going. Do you got tickets already?
You don't have to get tickets already. Tickets are cheaper when you go to the game.
You flying from where? You flying from where?
Alabama.
Okay, so you flying.
I'm getting tickets.
Again, hotel.
I'm getting it for my birthday. My birthday is August 16th. Make sure you guys super chat and give out super thanks and all that good stuff to help me get my tickets for the game. I'm going. I don't give how much I gotta pay. I'm going.
All right.
Oh my God.
Well, hey, I'll see you on TV.
You're gonna be there too, and we're doing a truth.
Wait, are you paying for my ticket?
You got the money, my guy.
Well, then I'm not gonna be there.
What, really? You gonna go to Brazil game?
Yeah,
one.
Brazil was planned.
You can't go to the home link.
Yeah. Yo, look, I spent a whole week in Brazil. A whole week on the beach, shopping, talking Espanyola, you know what I mean? On the beach and stuff like that. Ocean view, you know what I mean? No, I'm not doing none of that in Philly. Like, I'm not, no. I rather wait, save my money for the playoffs, and then follow them throughout the playoffs.
I'm gonna be there. Eagles girl, I'll see you there. Come to 4th of July tailgate. We're gonna do a live, whether JC's there or not, because I'm gonna be there, and JC's just gonna participate from home.
I think Simone is gonna be at the home opener.
Her birthday weekend too.
Yeah.
Yes, we're going. That's where we all first started this stuff out together at the link.
Yeah.
Home game.
I mean, look, hey, I can start a GoFundMe for JC, to go to a home opener.
GoFundMe for the baller?
Hey.
Spending weeks in Brazil? Really? Really? That don't make no sense at all. All
right, hey, let's wrap it up. Yo, 2 hours in.
Hola, mamacita.
All right, hey, we are 2 hours in, man. Hey, I appreciate all y'all that's
We'll be out here for sure. Hey, thank you guys for joining us. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Fly Eagles fly. I gotta get out of here before this thing hits 2 hours because I can't edit the videos. But not that.
All right, go Birds.
Peace.